So that's one of the improvements
Mm-hmm.
To be made if you were elected.
Mm-hmm.
Are there others that you would like to see made?
Well,
Or changes, maybe not so much improvements, but changes?
changes made. I believe that, in working together with, the county on another level too, getting, meetings together more often, I think, so that we're, if there are questions or whatever, especially during cyclical reassessment, I know that's something that they're trying to continue on a weekly process to have meetings if there's a question about a property when an employee goes out in the field, or just any issues that might come up, that those types of things, having regular meetings with staff. Another thing too, I think I really think that it's important to make sure that each of the employees have, you have to love what you do to do it effectively. And if there's an area that somebody's struggling in, or, has a weakness in, and, they think that they would be better suited in a different area, I think this is where that team approach, I think, would really come into place. But, happy employees make a happier workplace. And, I really think that some of those changes will bring positive results all the way through, okay? But again, meeting regularly, meeting with the staff to see if there are things that come up, making sure that they're aware of case law and legislative changes that affect not only the assessor's office, but us as taxpayers as well. All of those things are very important in what we do and how we value property. And the state, with the legislative changes in place for rental properties, there's 7,963 rental properties in Wayne Township out of 42,115 residential properties, okay, within Wayne Township. That's only 18% actually of the total. But to know how to effectively, value those types of properties, that makes a difference then as well when it's spread throughout different staff members versus, a team concept. I just think that I'm going to keep going back to that team concept, because I personally work on a team, for the commercial team for the county assessor currently, and we're able to, like I said, bounce things back and forth off of each other and make sure that, there's accountability in it then, I guess is what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. So, I believe that really works very well. And I know that within just the commercial team, the last 2 years, we've had 50% less appeals filed within just the commercial properties, okay, countywide. 2012 to 13, they were cut in half, and from 2013 to 14, they were cut in half again. And that team concept helps us to bring that accuracy and consistency, mm-hmm. and hit our marks basically on the values. And that's really where I'm going to keep coming back to is that team concept, I think, on the change.
Do you think that taking the commercial properties out of the Wayne Township's assessor's office and putting them in the county with all the rest of them, might that have had an effect on it as well?
That's actually currently how they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And yes, it is. You do have a better understanding then when you're looking at, because you're looking at a use for commercial properties, and we have to make sure that they're being valued similar to other uses, of other properties of the same use, I should say, within the county. Okay, so retail versus retail, apartments versus apartments, or which actually both of those are valued on an income basis. But other uses, maybe an industrial warehouse, we have to make sure that there's a range that we have to stay within for each of these things as well. And when we're working together, we're able to effectively value them in a fair and equitable manner. Currently the business personal property is all of the townships were combined and consolidated for the rest of the county. And Wayne Township right now still has their own 2 employees basically that handle the personal property filings for Wayne Township. Now that is something that I think could be utilized within there is consolidating those staff members together again as well, and maybe even taking one of them there and the other employee being utilized in the real estate portion of it, to assist in valuation and appeals and that sort of thing there. But did I answer your question?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yes, the commercial properties, being taken over by Wayne, I guess, or Wayne Township's properties taken over by the county is what I should say. Once that was done, that that basically was bringing a little bit more efficiency to the way we were valuing properties within Wayne Township and versus the county, and making sure that they were done fair and equitably. But I believe, though, too, having the knowledge, though, of how to value commercial and residential properties is very important, too. Look at the, commercial and residential condo developments being done within downtown Fort Wayne right now. Ashbrook Ridge and Anthony Wayne Building, and, if One Summit Square was just purchased, and, rumor is some of those will be turned to residential condos. All of those things are important to know how to value all of them, so that even if there's staff members that are doing that, if I become elected and there's staff members that are in there doing that, I can go in and I can review those values, though, too, and make sure that they are being done efficiently and based on their market value and use as well.